The Jivaro people. The Jivaro people are mainly based in Ecuador, however they were named by Spanish conquistadors.
They dwell from the Andes, and their population is near 10 to 30,000 people.
The Jivaro people were outstanding warriors and fought with vigilance. They were unimaginably ruthless, and they were never conquered.
After winning a battle, one of their many rituals was shrinking the heads of their enemies and keeping them as souvenirs.
They would prepare the shrunken heads by decapitating the person they killed and boiling their head in water to make the skin rubbery.
Young men would venture into the forest to complete a rite of passage while on a drug to connect with their tribal spirits.
The Jivaro people are still around today, however they struggle to honor their traditions. Characters.
Kumpara, creator of the universe.
Chingaso, wife of the creator.
Nantu, born of Etza and wife to him. She represents the moon.
Etza, son of Kumpara and Chingaso, as well as husband of Tenantu, represents the sun.
Ahu, a crow that is in love with Nantu and destroys Nahi.
Ahimbi, a water serpent born of an egg that commits incest.
Unishi, a sloth that is the son of Nantu and Etza, as well as the husband to Mika.
Mika, born of an egg and is Unishi's wife.
Masato, the first of the Jivaro folk as well as represented as destruction and war, dislikes Ahimbi.
Nahi, a clay golem created by Natsu due to her loneliness, but was destroyed out of jealousy by Uhu, the bird, and came to form the earth. The story begins with Kumpara, Chingaso, and their son, Etza.
Etza-san, your mother and I no longer wish for you to toil alone in this darkness forever.
Reaching down into the shallow water and retrieving some mud, placing it within his mouth, he drew near to his son and spit it upon him, forming Natsu, the moon.
This is Nantu, son, her conception was for the purpose of marrying you, let you be as one.
As Natsu and Etta venture upon the water, Etta draws near.
Dearest Nantu, your conception has pleased me much. Your agreement to be my wife has also filled me with much joy.
Etza, I have not agreed to do anything. I need time.
As Natsu ventures off to the sky in hopes of escaping, she absorbs the colors, causing her to blend in with the darkness.
I must escape to the sky to keep from Etza.
In the shadows, Ahu observed this and cried out.
Nantu, Nantu, return to this place, for you are to be married to Etza.
Traveling further up the vine, he continued to scream this message.
Ahu, come to your senses, leave me be.
But before he could reach the top, Nantu leaned in, cutting the vine, leaving Ahu to rush off to inform Esta of these events.
Etza, Etza, come quickly. Nantu has left you and ventured to the sky.
Calling his friends to draw near, he ventured off to find Natsu.
Come, my friends, let us put Nantu in her place.
Drawing up to the heavens, Esta caught Natsu off guard and they began to fight violently, turning round and round, causing both light and darkness to cast over the entire universe, that of solar and lunar eclipses. After this battle, Natsu wept violently. Nantu went off alone and had child, breathing upon dirt and letting it form into a clay child, Nuhi. However, the bird, Ahu, witnessed this conception. Breaking the clay child out of jealousy, he cast it down, down, down. The remains of this child covered the emptiness of the flat waters and banks, forming mountains, canyons, rivers, lakes, continents, and landmasses, which we know now as Earth. Nantu, lonely now and wishing to explore this new existence, finally agreed to Etta's marriage. The pair had a son, Anushi the sloth, whom was the very first Jivaro, and they gifted him the forest as his dwelling place. With this, Etsa and Natsu wandered the face of the earth, conceiving children in the form of various beasts and animals you see today.
Son, this is Mika, who was born of a mysterious egg sent by Chingaso, your grandmother. Come, son, your mother and I shall instruct you on the way of existence.
However, he was extremely lazy and doing little work. To this day, Jivaro women work harder than the men.
Mika, we must start our own lives together and produce children in order to populate the earth.
Mika and Anushi went up the river in a canoe and conceived a son, Ahimbi, the water snake.
Good job.
He grew quickly and wished to be on his own.
Mother, father, I have built my own canoe, and I plan to venture out. One day, I shall return to you.
Mika was very distraught because of her overwhelming loneliness. And that night, Ohimbi returned and laid with his mother and did not wake up early enough to prevent Etsa from finding them together.
This is disgusting, vulgar behavior. You shall be cast out and exiled and forced to wander the earth alone.
Unishi found out about his son sleeping with his wife and blamed Nantu.
How could you teach my son and wife such horrible behavior?
Being overcome with anger, he then beat Nantu, casting her into a deep abyss. Luckily, Nantu escaped, informing Minka's sons of Unishi's rage.
My sons, Unishi must be killed.
The sons of Minka slaughtered Unishi and Minka, killing their sons for taking the life of her husband. Because of the struggle between them, thunder and violent rains took place. Out of the loudest and most powerful clap of thunder, a fully armed Jivaro warrior named Msata was born of the wrath and violence of the family's existence.
Ahimbi, this chaos is your doing. We must imprison you.
Natsu trapped him under the Great Falls, where turbulent waters resided. And every now and then, Ahimbi sprays water up and creates rainbows to prove that he means well. However, Masata blocks these rainbows with rain, so the conflict will never be resolved. And so, the war forever goes on.
Yeah!
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
So sorry.